trying to set up, but through the chaos that's happened through my life over the past couple of weeks, it's definitely brought a sense of sanity and smile. I'm an extrovert, and it's brought a uplifting emotion. I didn't realize how much I needed this. So I thank you.
Yeah, nah, I thank you too, man. We didn't know each other. We never met, never seen each other face to face.
Me and Dan don't know each other.
For you to go out of your way and do this, it really does mean a lot.
Right.
And
we've never met physically.
Cool. My guy, welcome. I appreciate you coming on. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you could come on out of a lot of people, because I haven't met, and we be going back and forth on comments about Marvel, Game of Thrones, all of that. So it's dope to have you on there to talk about that. But first, who are you for those who don't know? Tell them a little about yourself. Explain how we got in contact, maybe, and what do you do and where you're from.
So my name is Brendon Foster. Born and raised in Portage/Kalamazoo, Michigan. I currently reside in New Jersey. I moved here from Detroit after about 2.5, almost 3 years of living in Detroit. And how we connected via Facebook is, another Michigander, as we call it, which, he'll be on your podcast soon enough, Neely Bryson.
He was actually the first one on. Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. He was, exactly. Like, Neely is a solid dude. We ran in the same circles. Not that, we're close friends and hooked up and linked up, but we ran in the same circles, and those circles were full of good people. So through crypto and NFTs, Neely created a group. That's how I met you. You immediately, exuded yourself as an honest, trustworthy, intelligent person.
I try. I want to say intelligent. I'm trying to get there. I teach myself. YouTube comes in handy a lot. I'll say that.
You're a humble guy. The wisest person is the one who's the quietest in the room. So,
yeah, you're right about that. I appreciate that.
The internet, just came my energy connected with yours, and I appreciated you. So
I appreciate you too, man, for taking the time out of your day to do this. I know you're a father and everything.
Let me turn on this light so you can see me.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Let's do it.
First off, show everyone that shirt and your mask real quick. I love the fact you got all that Marvel stuff.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. Did you grow up reading comic books, or did you just fall in love with Marvel during the MCU, the movies?
So I'm so happy you asked that question. So no, I did not grow up reading comic books. I'm a visual learner, right? I'm a visual person. I like to see it, I'm a diehard anime person, but I've never read a manga in my life. And so visually, I need to see things. I grew up, in the 90s. I was born in '88. Grew up in the 90s watching your Fox 17. Well, at least in Portage, Michigan, it was Fox 17. But your Saturday morning cartoon shows. You had the X-Men. You had this Spider-Man. So disclaimer, I am no expert when it comes to Marvel topics and whatnot, but I would like to say that I wouldn't say I'm a diehard fan. I'm a reasonable fan, right? I also come from a finance background, so when it comes to Marvel as an entertainment for the kids, I also, when you have people online who are not liking what they're seeing or what Marvel is doing, I also subjectively look at it from a business background as well.
Yeah.
So I am not an expert. I will definitely speak on and relay on what I've seen, what I think I know, what I hope I know. And I have, you know, very many different groups and facets of friends that are experts that I hope to introduce you to.
Oh yeah, that'll be awesome.
They will vibe with you so hard, you know, and just expand this whole conversation.
Yeah. Growing up myself, I was never into comics, and I didn't really know nothing about Marvel. To be honest, I don't know if when did Daredevil with Ben Affleck come out? Did that come out before Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire?
Oh, I don't know. I see. So that's the
either one of those movies were my first ones, but I didn't know it was technically Marvel. Then when the MCU debuted with Iron Man and they started building on that, I was like, wow, this is going places.
And I had to school my wife on it. Like, you know, this isn't like, you know, She-Hulk's out, right?
Yeah.
Daredevil, right? She's like, I'm like, you know, this isn't the first time Daredevil has been introduced, right? Like Ben Affleck was Daredevil.
Yeah.
What was her counterpart in what was it, Elektra, with Liv Tyler, I think his name was. And I don't know, to answer your question, I don't know if that came out
it was either one of those was my first movie I watched, a Marvel. But I technically back then I didn't know it was Marvel. Like Spider-Man, I'm like, wow, that was my first introduction, maybe to Spider-Man. I mean, I seen the cartoons and like the X-Men cartoons, but I never fully watched them because I was a kid. I grew up in '94, so if I watched it, it was just on TV, and maybe I would caught an episode here and there. But I was a Nickelodeon kid growing up. I loved Nickelodeon.
I was too. I
love Nickelodeon. All right, that's another subject we could get on because I want to show you some NFTs I got a Nickelodeon. Marvel. One of my best friends growing up introduced me to Marvel. I forget, I might have asked him a question one day and he said his favorite character was Deadpool, and he always wanted Deadpool to come on the screen. And growing up, we always wanted that. Then Deadpool officially came. But growing up, I was like, damn, where do I start with picking up a comic? There's so many comic books, and there wasn't a platform where Marvel has now where you could go and read all these comics, like pay $10 a month and go read them. But I didn't know where to pick up a comic book and start reading. There's so many. There's first appearances and the first comic books, and I didn't know which was which or what to pick up. So when the MCU started, I was like, wow, now I could go back and see how this story related to some of the comics that came out, and that's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And that's no fault of yours, because I mean, you're looking at half a century. Of buildup, of storylines, of characters that Stan Lee, you know, created.
Look at
with his various partners. I mean, where could you start? You know,
I don't know if you can see Stan Lee.
I can't. Wow.
I just bought that recently. It's a graded 8 out of 10, but I found it for a steal on eBay for like $15 or something. I paid for
it. Nice.
But since I showed you that, you got any Marvel collectibles? I know you got that mask. I love the shirt. I love you 3000.
I have my Iron Man mask. I have my Spider-Man mask, and like you know, anybody watching this who will watch this could think like, oh, it's for its kids. No, I bought this for myself.
Yeah.
You know, I little things like, you know, Black Panther figures. I mean, I told you earlier, you know, when I work out, I like to wear, like, I call it like my own little personal superhero fitness stuff. So, you know, I'll buy like dry fit. So like, this is like the Winter Soldier.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
Right. And then I got
that's like the Under Armour material, right?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is fire.
I got
that's dope too.
Right.
That is fire. I like that one.
I got the Black Panther one.
Oh my god. Rest in peace. Yo, Black Panther comes out on my birthday, 11/11 this year. And I told all
this is the Iron Man one. So it's like white. So I think
that's Endgame suit, right? Was that the Iron Man in the Endgame suit?
All white, which like I think due to material, if they were trying to make it silver, I think it was in Iron Man 1. his first like prototype shoot.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, because in Endgame is a triangle at that point after Iron Man 3.
Right, exactly. It's all red. It's all the.
I didn't know. Remember when they went back in time and they all had the white suit? I didn't know if that was it for a second.
No, I think my theory is because it's really hard to tell. That one's from the first Iron Man movie when before he got the red suit.
Yeah, gotcha. Right before Jarvis painted the hot rod red
suit, where he takes it out for a spin, flies out in space, it freezes up.
Oh yeah.
I think that's it. I don't know.
All right, so look at this. I'm gonna show you a couple of my collectibles. Okay. So I never bought a Build-A-Bear in my life until last year. I seen this, the Deadpool one.
Yeah, no,
I knew the Deadpool one was gonna come out. You could put the little swords on the back. It was a 30-year collectible anniversary.
That's
I just bought it because his suit, the gray, black, and red. I do like that a lot. Then I don't know if you ever heard of Marvel famous covers.
No,
they're back in the '98. Hold on 1 second. Let me take off these headphones.
Yeah, take your time.
I did want to show you that Deadpool just because of the recent announcement.
No, you should.
That announcement was crazy, right?
Yeah, and that's huge because Wolverine. I don't idolize much of anything.
So I don't know if you could see
Marvel, character of all time.
So these came out. These had to come out. Let me look. These came out in 2000. So these are little action dolls, like Barbie dolls, bro.
Right, exactly.
As soon as I seen these, so I got 7 of these, not just Wolverine. I got Mr. Fantastic, Invisible, but I got 7 of the double ones I bought off someone last year for $60. And this is another one. It's Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man and Spider-Woman.
That's incredible.
But ever since have you downloaded the app VeVe?
Oh yeah. I mean, I downloaded the app VeVe because of you and Neely.
Cool. No, I have so much Marvel homies that are into Marvel, like me and you. Right. And I tell them yo, get on VeVe, because growing up, I didn't know how to invest into anything like stocks. And when crypto came out in 2017, I started teaching myself everything. Everything I know, I taught myself over through YouTube or through reading, etc. And VeVe came out. I was like, yo, this is awesome, because now you could invest in not only the company, but you're investing into these digital assets. It's like kids that play Fortnite, they want $10-20 every month to get these characters on screen that do absolutely nothing in the game compared to these other characters. It's just a show. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People pay physical money for these characters, for these kids. Why not spend a couple bucks and get these comic books, and now you actually invested into a digital asset in Marvel, you know what I'm saying, rather than their stock, something you might not know about stocks and etc. So these are single ones I got, and this is after the Amazing Spider-Man. This is his first comic book appearance, but this is his action figure. I just want it just for this cover.
That's
AS Amazing Fantasy 15. So yeah, I've been going. Then I got that and Funko. I don't know if you've seen the Funko comic covers. These are pretty cool. I've been collecting these as well.
Man, that's nice. For the viewers of this, I the stuff I see is, I said this to you on social media. The stuff I see, a lot of times I'm getting on Facebook these days because of the information you put out there, the information Neely puts out there. So anybody watching this, follow this man.
I appreciate it. Follow him as well too. And nothing I put out there is financial advice. It's just I try to put out information on why I'm doing it. And don't get me wrong, I'm investing into VeVe, and VeVe's market has dropped significantly since January. my collectible value on all three of my accounts was around like 20 to 26K at the all-time high, and now I'm probably sitting at like 8 to 10K. It's dropped a lot.
So let me ask you, when it comes to VeVe is like, does their market share, their IPO, not the IPO, their price point, does it fluctuate with? I mean, obviously you see that what's going on with the economy but Marvel has definitely set up a game plan, whether we know it or not, whether we see it or not. I have to assume Marvel knows what they're doing.
Oh, 100%. This is why
at least minimum.
Oh, 100%. This is why I wanted to get you on here too, is just to talk to you about VeVe's aspect of Marvel. I'm big into Marvel, the MCU, and so are you. Marvel is in control of their drops on VeVe and what they drop. So they drop hints at stuff at what's coming in the near future. Like they're building up to the Young Avengers, and we see that in the MCU with young Hawkeye, and
wait, you're giving spoilers. Young Avengers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that has been announced unless
it hasn't, but that's what they're building up to. But we see it in the MCU, like Wanda and Vision, they have their 2 kids. Wiccan and I forget the other one's name. We have the girl in Hawkeye. We have Kate Bishop. We have there's so many. Let me share my screen with you real quick.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about it,
you just put me on something I didn't even realize.
Oh wow! I'm gonna show you so much with VeVe right here
because I know that is a storyline.
So you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is VeVe's web application. They just came out with this web app, and it's pretty cool. They've been dropping a bunch of stuff. So let me go to I'll show you my comics after. I'm not sure how to navigate. All right. I don't really use the web platform as much, so bear with me. I could go to connect my.
I can. It's not as easy as using the
app. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. If you go to buy in-app currency on here, gems, do it through the web app because the fees are so much smaller. And like the cell phones, they have to pay like a 30% fee to Apple and Android for using their platform. The web app gives them access. They built the web app. You get what I'm saying? So they don't have to pay fees to no one. It's much quicker. So his comics, and just look at the comics that have dropped recently. These have all dropped recently. So like Ghost Rider, this is I'm pretty sure this is Hispanic Heritage Month or something in that sake. They just dropped this all new Ghost Rider, and they've been you've been watching She-Hulk, right?
Oh yeah.
Johnny Blaze, the magician. That's Johnny Blaze is Ghost Rider. So Johnny Blaze.
How many people caught that?
See, I watched have you watched New Rockstars on YouTube yet? The people I sent you, New Rockstars on YouTube.
No.
So
you put me on that, didn't you?
Yeah. So everything I know is pretty much from their channel. They do so much Easter egg pullouts and comic book comparisons and stuff like that. But I just brought up this comic just to show you. We've been getting a hit at Ghost Riders coming to the MCU, and I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that show? Have you watched it?
I got through a season and a half, maybe.
Same here. I think I've got exactly that far too. But there's a character they introduced in that show, I guess, and it's called Robbie Reyes, and he's a second version of Ghost Rider, and he street races with a car instead of on a motorcycle. It's dope. But they just dropped him, so that could be a little hint. He's coming back to the MCU, but let me go back. I'm gonna show you a little. They just dropped Amazing Fantasy 15, bro. Spider-Man's first appearance. Like a 9.6 of that graded in real life, I think goes for like 3 million plus because it's Spider-Man's first appearance.
Comic book store, probably a 10-minute walk up the road from my house too. So I need to go spend some time in there because I'm sure it's like Big Bang Theory in there. I need to go spend some time in there.
So on VeVe taught me so much about comics. I didn't know nothing about comics until I started investing into VeVe. VeVe dropped, I'm gonna go to the first comic that they dropped. They dropped Marvel's first comic in history. It came out in like 1930 something or 38, I want to say. I could be wrong about that. I have to find it. But at the time, no one was on VeVe, and I got like 20 plus of them on the drop. I didn't know what rarities, because these comic books you pay $6.99 and it comes in 5 different rarities: a common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, a secret rare. And a common will say out of 30,000, a common will probably have 26,000 available to the public, like that they give out and sell. Then the secret rare will probably only have 500.
That Black Panther, I have I believe I have an uncommon on that.
Hey, this one right here, a jungle. That's Killmonger's first appearance, I'm pretty sure. So I've been, so as you see, this one's first appearance of Bishop right here. I have this comic 616 mint 616 just after the MCU, and there's like, let me check, I think there's 30,000 copies of these. So usually,
so if you're at 616, you're in the, you know, the
first 1,000. Yeah,
makes it more profitable.
Yep. And I was just gonna say the 3 digits under 1,000 mints, those are usually like 3 times the floor price. The floor price on this comic, we could check. I think it's probably, I'd have to check in the shop. I think it's probably like $5. A lot of these comics been going on the retail lately. Don't take my word on that. But this gotta be $5 to $10. But I bought the 616 mint for $40 on the market. Someone posted it for $40. I see people buying these for thousands and thousands just because of the MCU. What we watch is Universe 616. Yeah. And every Marvel collectible that comes out here, people want to hold the 616 edition. So let me show you this real quick if I can find it. There's a dude on Twitter I just seen the other day. His name is Mr. 616. Yeah, right here. And Disney dropped. I'm gonna go back to I'm all over the place here. Bear with me. But here's my collection. Disney has these sets called Golden Moments right here. Yeah, you can see. And Disney's park, I'm pretty sure they brought them out for the 50th anniversary of some of their parks, but there's 50 of these statues around the park. You could get that little wristband and walk over these statues and they play noise, interact with you. They said, so Disney started dropping these NFTs on here, and they dropped like at first last year in November, I want to say they dropped like 7 or 8 of them. Then they dropped a couple afterwards. In total, they dropped 20. And recently they came out and said this magic lamp from Aladdin was the last one. We thought we were going to get all 50 on VeVe, but they came out and said that this magic lamp was the last one. And it granted the person 2 wishes, whoever bought it. So if you bought it right on the market for $40 when it originally was for sale, it sells out immediately. But if you're an original buyer of it, it granted you 2 wishes, and one of them was to give you this Disney D for free. So you got this for free, and it matched the same mint number as your lamp. Then another one was to buy a Sorcerer's Mickey NFT for $60, which I didn't because a lot of them went under value on market, and the magic lamp itself was 40. So I'm like, why would I pay 60 if I paid 40 for this? Right. But I brought up these golden moments to show you there's a collector on here called 616. Okay. And this is a picture of his collection. And he got the 2 Marvel golden moments in 616 form.
So, with these, because we've been back and forth on social media. And I've been, ready for the drop, for whatever it is. Pressing the button. Who does get the, the prime drop, the prime collectible.
So, Han, have you not been able to get it recently? Does it say all are sold out or something when you try?
I mean, even for when you put me on VeVe from the beginning, if something's dropping, 11 a.m., I'm on there at 10:55,
Yeah.
57, 58, 59, refreshing, boom, 11 o'clock hits, and I'm buy. Sorry, this is sold out.
All right. So next time you're on the app and you go for something, put $5 on the app. Most people, their accounts got locked up at the beginning when there was bots out, because a lot of people, they would just put $100 on and then trade their way up. They didn't put no money on from there. So VeVe, their system probably flagged your account as a little bot back in the day. And basically all you do is to get over the sold out. Basically, when they flagged your account, you got the sold out message right away. And basically everyone on YouTube basically says just put $5 in the system to show them that you're here and you're still a user. Then they fix that for you. I was having that problem on my second device, because I have two devices, one under my dad's and one under my name right now. And yeah, I was having the same problem for like a month. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Then
because I was ready, able, and willing to press the button immediately. And there's so many times where I press it at the stroke of midnight and sold out.
So I'm gonna show you a couple great YouTubers right here for VeVe.
Okay.
This dude called VeVe Vault. He goes live every day on every drop and shows you how to get them, the best strategy, what to do. And at times, there's a couple hundred people in his chat talking if they got the drop. If they didn't, he pulls up a timer and gives you a link that shows you seconds, because they give you rebounds every 4 minutes. So you want to click in at 11:03:59 and you might get it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Right when it turns 4 o'clock. But I'll just skip through one of his videos. I'll mute it. But his videos, he's like the most consistent VeVe
YouTuber.
Yeah, that goes live. I mean, there's a lot of other YouTubers. I'll show you a couple others. But see, he brings other YouTubers on, does a podcast exactly like how we're doing right now. Yeah. He keeps up with the chat, talks to the chat. He has a Discord where they do price predictions to see what they might think. See, VeVe right now, since they brought out the payout, a lot of people are cashing out now, and the value on a lot of these collectibles, and majority of them went down because people are just trying to undercut each other on the floor and sell quicker or get out. Or tomorrow there's a big drop coming, and they're dropping some Star Wars ships, and they're doing these two for $80.
Star Wars Andor just came out.
Yeah, have you been watching that?
I watched the first episode. I was distracted, so I need to go back and rewatch it.
Oh, well, yeah, I love it. It was amazing, Andor. It was great. I fell in love with it
because I did not pay it homage.
It was on. You watched Rogue One, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So this takes place 5 years before Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
So it shows his whole story and how he became got caught up in the whole war and started fighting the Empire and whatever. Sense. I hope they bring Darth Vader back into it. But I
mean, was Darth in Rogue One?
I'm pretty sure he was. Didn't he come on the ship at the end? I'm pretty sure he came on the ship.
I've watched Rogue One probably about 3 to 5 times. And yeah, I don't remember, so I can't comment on if that's a yes or no.
So
it's been way too long. So yeah, I can't respectfully comment on that.
So yeah, I don't know if you can still see my screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
This is just some of the comics I've been collecting. This is on one of my accounts. I'm trying to. So they did drop Star Wars first comic a couple months back, and what I like about it is the uncommon and a couple other rarities. They're actually the movie posters. some of them are gonna be able to bring them into our vault. We can place them around and everything. But forget honestly what I was just gonna say. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, you watch all the Marvel shows though? You caught up with all the Marvel shows?
Yeah, I mean, where do you want to start? So I mean, I guess my biggest question for you, I mean, you've at least, watched the first phases of Marvel, Incredible Hulk through, let's just say through Thor: Love and Thunder. And I see your post on Facebook. So
I watched them all multiple times. Right. And I want to say last year I got one of my homies hit within a week. We watched all, I want to say 21 movies there were at the time.
So my question is, not that you have to put them 1 through 5, but if you had to put your top 5, what would you say from Incredible Hulk up until Thor: Love and Thunder? Take out the series, just the movies. What would be your top 5?
I'm gonna take out Endgame and Infinity War because I feel like those don't count. Just those are up there for me too. Yeah, those are automatically up there. But my first one, automatically Iron Man. I love Iron Man. Okay. Just how techy he is. I used to work at a storage container company for 8 years. I was a carpenter there. I was really a laborer. But there was these dudes on the other side that were nasty welders. I seen them do crazy things. I used to tell them, one day I'm gonna get you guys to build me an Iron Man suit. I'm in love with Iron Man. I want a suit one day. I'll have people make their 3D suits. But Iron Man's my first one. Okay. I do love Winter Soldier, the Captain America one. The fighting in that is just I want to say that's one of the best fighting I've seen. Yeah. I do love Civil War too, because that's when they brought in Black Panther and Spider-Man at the same time. But it's hard to put them in order. Definitely. Yeah,
that's Iron Man. Don't put them in order. Just give me your top 5.
So those are 3 right there. Definitely Black Panther and It's hard. There's so many. I gotta think. Yeah. Yep. It really is. I do like the I would say No Way Home, the newest Spider-Man. That shouldn't have been in there. That should have been what Infinity War and Endgame. But it should have been automatic. But
it's definitely reasonable because I said through Thor: Love and Thunder, so that's in there. So that's reasonable. All right. So let me give you my 5. And the reason why I said it, give me your 5. I don't like to lies this or that. There's certain movies that do certain things for me. Yeah. I don't believe in perfection. Perfection is a man-made myth, right? Yeah. Because if there was such, if perfection was a real thing, you would never have the concept of change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't like categorizing. Yeah. But if I was pressed hard, I really, really appreciate and respect and love Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
Well, I did love that movie. It was beautiful, visualized. It was beautiful. I mean,
on Taekwondo, so that's why that one hits hard for me, right? Plus, I mean, just growing up with anime and Asian cinema and the Asian culture. Yeah, that one did a lot of things for me that and just the whole storytelling, giving the backstory while bringing it present.
I'm not gonna lie, I slept on that movie. I think I've only watched it once. I definitely need to go back and watch it again. It is a beautiful movie. It really is.
So I mean, not that that's my number 1. So I have Shang-Chi in the 10 Rings, Black Panther, of course. I'm realizing, Marvel, the movies that I really like of Marvel, when Marvel kind of stepped out of their lane and let the right cultural person.
Yeah. Yes, I 100% agree.
Endgame and Infinity War. I actually like Infinity War better than I like Endgame, and I think this is,
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you.
If you break it down, Endgame was great because
I love the fight scene at the beginning. Hulk and Thanos, they're in the boxing ring.
Right, exactly.
I stood up in the theater
a lot of action and build up, like oh shit, it's go time.
Yeah.
Now. Whereas Endgame was like, it's a lot of build up, right?
But no bullshit. I went into the theater to go watch Infinity War, thinking like, oh yeah, Thanos is gonna end this movie with 3 of the 6 stones.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, all 6. I was like, wow. What is going on?
I mean, Endgame is there because it was a climactic ending to a long phase that Marvel did a very good job building up to.
I love how you just explained that right there. Because a lot of people dislike how Marvel's going. And I'm
not paying attention. I thought that
exactly. But you gotta understand, we moved into a different phase. There's gonna be different villains. They gotta introduce everyone. I loved Miss Marvel. That's TV show.
Thank you. I want to talk about that. Miss Marvel was beautiful.
It really was, and I'm even liking how She-Hulk is, and a lot of people don't like it, but you gotta understand, it's like a girl's flick though. Like I like how she broke the fourth wall.
Stan Lee wouldn't like this for She-Hulk. I'm like, Stan Lee made a Shipperella comic with Pam Lee being. Stan Lee does not care, dead or alive, as long as he's getting paid. So you're really looking at the wrong thing. Well, I mean, the thing with Endgame, it's like the movie's great, but it's 85% build up to what we've been waiting
storytelling. It's mainly storytelling.
Right. It's a build up to what we've all been waiting for, which we have patiently waited for because they have built it the right way, and we know what should be coming. I mean, granted, you're not a comic book expert. I'm not either, but common sense says we've dealt with a decade plus or more of all these movies, and Thanos is the big bad. He killed everybody in Infinity War. How do we go into the next faction of the story? And I wouldn't read any spoilers at all. I didn't want to see it, but I said, I walk in the movie theater, if they don't give me a scene where everybody comes back and they're lined up, and Captain doesn't yell out Avengers assemble, which they gave us that, you know.
Cap with the hammer, that still gives me chills when I watch it. The movie theater reactions of that's one of the best scenes.
Endgame gets a top spot just because of it's an accumulation of so much emotion build up, right? Infinity War gets there because there are so many things they did right in War. The best scene in Infinity War to me was, and what they did so well is, going to each character, they're in this world, so much is happening. They make you forget what's happening in the other scene. The best scene that they made you forget was they're in Wakanda, the battle's happening, and we just left Thor.
It took me 3-4 times to watch Infinity War to fully understand like what was going on, who was where. Right. It's a lot. Guardians of the Galaxy with Iron Man and Spider-Man were in space. Yeah. With Thanos on that planet and etc. Wherever they were.
Thanos planet Titan. Yeah. So they do a good job. I commend Marvel because they do a good job of making you so enthused in paying attention to that specific scene, and they cut it and they go to the next one, right? So Thor is damn near dying from trying to create Stormbreaker, his axe. Yeah. Right. And then you go back to Wakanda, and they're getting their asses whooped. Yeah. T'Challa, Black Panther is getting whooped. Captain America is getting whooped. Bruce Banner's getting the whole
right. No, since we're at this, I'm tight. Yeah. We seen in the trailer of Infinity War, Bruce as Hulk running with them down the field.
They did that on purpose.
And we did not see it once. In Infinity War or Endgame. We did not see it.
I have never walked out of a theater and never said nothing.
until
Infinity War. Like the whole theater was.
I'm like, yo, where's Hulk? Well, I was pissed that he's just fighting with the alter ego, but it had to build up to Professor Hulk and where it's going at.
100%. And they do a good job of going back to my point with Thor. You know, all of a sudden I forgot about Thor. You know, once it comes to the scene, and all of a sudden. Right, the Stormbreaker is flying through. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? And then
same with Miss Marvel in Endgame, right at the end.
Right. And I'm a very driven musical. My favorite cinematic composer is Hans Zimmer. So like Interstellar, Dark Knight,
Dark Knight. I'm not. Are you a big DC fan?
I mean, I'm in anything that takes me out of my real life reality fan.
I feel you. I'm not big of a DC fan as I am Marvel. I have watched a majority of DC movies. My favorite DC movie is Dark Knight, then Shazam. But I don't like how DC is so dark in its image and everything. I understand that's how it is.
But they bring a more like.
I loved how Shazam was more of a brightened movie. You know what I'm saying? Comedy, the actor was great. Oh, I can't wait for this one.
Have you watched Man of Steel? With Henry Cavill?
I want to say I have, but there's so much movies like the Snyder Cut and the Justice League. I'm pretty sure I watched them all. I mean, I haven't watched them in order, but I'm pretty sure.
So
DC Marvel movies are one time go.
Clear cut, easy map to follow that DC could have followed.
Yeah.
And they could have easily started it and progressed on it and built upon it with you have the past, Superman characters or actors. Henry Cavill played not even Henry Cavill, him and the director Justice.
Can I tell you what I've been hearing from Marvel about Henry Cavill?
I saw.
Did we see the same thing?
They're bringing him in.
I heard rumors that they're bringing him into Loki season 2, but then I heard that he might play Doctor Doom too.
Yes. I mean,
I hope he
is the Witcher. He's gonna potentially be of House of Dragon.
Yes, come on, how can he? He looks like a Targaryen in The Witcher. I haven't watched all of it.
He's a sure thing. They did the right thing with his Superman, with the music, which Hans Zimmer I love first, but with him as an actor, his body build, how they portray the story, building the story, How many Superman movies have there been made to where they always go back to the days in Kansas and Clark Kent? You got to do that, right? But can you do it fast? Can you capture your audience intention?
Just like how the Fantastic Four, they've done that.
Right.
So I was going to mention this earlier. I just watched the last remake of the Fantastic Four the other night.
With what's his name?
And it sucks.
Well, you got Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, the dude from Han Solo. Is that him? No, that's not him.
The kid from my earliest movie was from Project X.
The baseball player. I always say that too. That's funny. That's funny.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he's done this, he's done that." I'm like, "No,
Project
X."
The baseball player.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So like they could have done so well with Henry Cavill as Superman. Ben Affleck, regardless of how you feel about him, I don't think he did a bad job. My Batman is Christian Bale.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
But Ben Affleck didn't do a bad job. And going in the Zack Snyder Justice League cut, the 4-hour, they did it so right with releasing that.
See, I watched it. It was just so long, and I'm like, all right. So on the Justice Snyder cut, it's just the Justice League were added on stuff, right?
So right,
because I'm watching it, I'm like, I could have sworn I watched
the director that they released in theater was Josh Whedon. That was a 2.5, 3-hour movie. Zack Snyder wanted to put the right amount of story into each character, so it's 4 parts, right?
Gotcha.
And I mean, I grew up on Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
Which is a 3-4 hour movie.
Man, wolves are my favorite animal.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Oh, Wolf
I, like
Michael
I they I didn't read on the backstory of what happened with that. But with them releasing the Zack Snyder cut, it should have been the original cut because even though it was long, it did it justice. And if you're trying to follow the Marvel roadmap but be different, then release a 4-hour movie that has 4 parts.
That has potential to
exactly
start it. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. People want to be released.
See, I didn't know much about how DC was going until that did come out. I was a little confused. I'm like, all right, so maybe is this the start of it all? Then so
I liked Aquaman.
I did like Aquaman.
It's gonna do well.
Oh yeah. I feel like that movie is gonna do well. I love Shazam, man. That's one of my.
I do too.
That's one of my.
Shazam looks just as good too, and Shazam also meets Black Adam.
Yeah, because they got the same.
Comics. So if they do it right, they can do it right.
They've been going through. They've been going through a lot though with the Flash. Didn't they just have that Batgirl movie about to come out? Then they canceled it right away or something.
Right, Flash. What's his name?
Yeah,
Harry Potter, Dumbledore movies. He's over here breaking into people's houses.
Yeah, crazy.
It's funny. I like him. So I was like, "What are you doing? Like, I like you. Like, I don't want you to be replaced."
But Luck is just going down. Wrong path right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I seen a video where some kid came up and went to go take a picture, and he's like, see people that come over to me, I just punch them in the face. So I'm like, well, what is this kid going?
You got demons, my friend.
But nah, I mean, I've always loved Marvel. I mean, Marvel probably has little demons behind cameras and stuff, but they've been doing it right. I mean, what's your favorite show that came out?
So let's go through the shows. Like we had WandaVision, we had Loki first, we had Miss Marvel,
Winter Soldier,
Falcon and Winter Soldier, Moon Knight, which I loved.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Moon Knight.
Such a mind fuck.
Yeah, the acting in it, man. That dude deserves one of those awards. Like that, his acting was phenomenal in that.
If I had to categorize it, I would say Moon Knight first, just because, like, mentally, psychology wise, like, it's.
I feel you. I'm right there.
Phone down, turn off the lights, pay attention, right?
Yeah.
I'm going back and forth between Miss Marvel and Loki, only because Loki plays a pivotal part in. A lot of people don't recognize, and I have these talks with my boys. You know, they don't recognize that what you see in Loki is catapulting into this next phase. And the conqueror. You open the first episode, you open the drawer, and there's a bunch of Infinity Stones.
I know.
And they're like, oh yeah, no, we have a ton of these. So that makes Thanos look like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, I love it.
Paperweights.
Right. Miss Marvel, I love it because of
the different culture. I loved it. Yeah.
Not only that, the actress. I mean, did you watch the interviews with the actress?
Oh yeah, she played Miss Marvel. I mean, she was Miss Marvel for Halloween when she was like 10 years old.
Her life.
Yeah, it is.
And I think, like, as a human
being, I'm not gonna lie. I teared up watching that little documentary. I'm like, come on, this girl. The year the comic book came out, she fell in love with it. Then made her own costume as Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
And 5-10 years later down the line, she's playing her. That gives me goosebumps.
How many stars have to align for that to happen?
But you know how many times I tweeted Marvel and was like, let me play Young Wolverine. Let me play Young Wolverine. Because the dude from Sing or whatever. Got that role from tweeting him like that. It was like,
so he was in a show called Kim's Convenience on Netflix.
Oh, was he?
I watched probably 2-3 months before the first trailer of Shang-Chi even came out. And it's a funny show. It's great. Korean family in Toronto running a convenience store. They're going through their family tiff, and it's him. So I see a trailer. I'm like,
I'll have to check that out. I do like him as an actor.
You will love it.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, it was so funny. But yeah, back to Miss Marvel. It's like like good for you. Like, what a time we live in to see people be able to do that.
Yeah, 100%. Like that gives me the chill. I seen a photo of her. I don't know if you watched the Comic-Con that recently happened and the D3, like all those events. I'm all into them. I'm right on YouTube when those are happening. But D3, she just went there for D3 for the Miss Marvels. They had everyone from Miss Marvels come out and they're talking about it. But backstage, she happened to see Harrison Ford because he was there for the new Indiana Jones coming out. And she took a picture with them, and she's like bawling her eyes up. Like, come on, I see Harrison Ford. I'm like, that'd be me, dog. That'd be me seeing all these people. Marvel is like my life. I'd love to be in Marvel.
100%. I'm. You know, you have a lot of people who are diehard. Like, I read all the comics growing up, super fans, and they just nitpick everything, but they forget that A, there's still so much you can do in cinema. B, Marvel is a business.
Yeah.
C, you know, if you don't get what's going on in this phase now, don't worry about it because, you know, people didn't get internals. But like, Marvel has the next 2 decades mapped out.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. So, one of my favorite shows out of Marvel was the Winter Soldier, the Captain Winter Soldier, and at D3 they just brought out the cast for the new Captain America World Order, and it was Sam Wilson, Bucky, the dude that's Joe Quan, the dude that's about to become Falcon. Remember, Falcon gives him his wings, the army dude.
Jaquin, I think his name, Jaquin.
And Isaiah Bradley. I want to see more of him, and that's why I love the show. The show brought back history in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? I really, but those 2 moments with Isaiah Bradley in that season, made me want to tear up. When he first met him, and Isaiah Bradley told him, like, I could feel the hurt in this man's voice of what he'd been through. Then at the end, when he brought him to where Cat's memorial was with the statue and gave him that, I'm like,
that was a solid scene. Marvel, I applaud Marvel. They do a good job of this is culturally
and how they brought how Cap was yelling at, well, wasn't yelling at the media, but putting the media in its place at the last episode, basically on what's going on in real life, like how they brought in the racism, but like, here's like, we're putting our foot down and here's what it's going to be. I loved it. They did. That's one of my favorites.
A lot of people are uncomfortable with that.
No, I mean, I loved it. I want to see more of Isaiah Bradley. When they brought him back out on D23, I was so in. Like, I can't wait to see.
I'm mad I missed that. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah.
So I'll send you a little video later, and it shows it's like a 10-minute highlight of everything that happened at D3. But they announced the Thunderbolts. I don't know if you've seen that. The group of Thunderbolts.
I've been paying attention. Absolutely.
The Red Guardian from Black Widow. Oh, he's one of my favorite characters. I can't wait for him.
And he's Hopper and Stranger Things.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. Yep. He I just seen a couple of weeks ago. I shared on Facebook. He's making like there's a new movie with him coming out where he's dressed up as like Santa Claus. And I think he's like in the mall or something bad happens. It's supposed to be like a Die Hard movie. I'm like, oh, they couldn't have picked a better actor than that.
No, they couldn't.
They really could.
He did one new version of Hellboy, and I'm like, keep going with it, and they didn't do it again.
I don't know. Hellboy isn't Marvel, is it?
No, it's not. But they picked the right actor to segue, into that role if they wanted to keep that storyline going. I'm excited to see who they cast for Fantastic Four. I really want it to be what's his name from Doctor Strange. Yeah, I liked him as Reed Richards and Doctor Strange. I want to see more. So at this point, do we get into the new announcement with about Deadpool?
Oh, hell yeah! All right. Let me actually.
Since you're the one that introduced me to it.
Yeah. Let me screen share something. You can keep on talking. I seen some news on Twitter I want to pull up. I don't know. It might be a comic that's coming to VeVe. I'm not sure. Since this new announcement came, people think I think it's Wolverine's first appearance. I'm not sure.
And like Wolverine is my, like, I don't like to idolize anybody, but Wolverine is definitely my all-time #1 favorite Marvel character. DC, Marvel combined, Wolverine every single time.
I was gonna ask you that. All right, give me your top 5 characters of just all time. Doesn't have to be MCU. I mean, well, yeah, it doesn't have to be movie wise, just comic wise and Marvel.
All right, so the question was top 5 Marvel, DC, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Wolverine immediately. That's a hard question because I don't think I've ever really thought about this. Damn, that's a good question. Definitely Wolverine first, no matter what. I like the Flash because I ran track. I was fast.
Gotcha.
High school, did states, did college. I want to say Superman, but it's kind of like cliche. Everybody's Superman. You know, everybody wants his powers, but it's kind of cliche. So I'm Superman out of this. I honestly fuck with Wonder Woman. So I would say those 3. Black Panther, of course. Just because of like not because of the culturally, because I'm black, he's black, because of like his nimbleness and the martial arts aspect.
Yeah. He's one of my top 5.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I should say Spider-Man only because Spider-Man was probably one of the first ones that I grew up with in the 90s. So what that brings me.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm just being realistic to, you know, growing up to what I saw and, you know, how it related to my personality. I think last one, which may be unpopular opinion, but only because the suit is so damn cool, probably last one would be Iron Man, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you said 3 of mine right there. Mine, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Black Panther, Deadpool, and honestly, it would probably have to be
new for me.
It'd probably have to be Wolverine, my last one. I do like Wolverine on all of his movies. I do like what's his name? I was just watching X-Men 2. The dude, the mutant that could like the blue mutant that could dash all. What's his name? Nightcrawler. I loved him in the movies. And the couple that he's in, I always loved him.
That's a hard question because
and I do love the Human Torch. I love just the original one. I love the original one.
That's a hard question because there's so many characters that have so many aspects that you relate to.
Yeah.
It's like, which one am I going to relate to at this time of the day in my real life, you know? Back in the day, with I had anger issues and whatnot, like Wolverine, like his attitude and whatnot. Plus, who doesn't want to just like
mess it up.
like I don't give a fly. Like you pissed me off. Boom, here are my claws. Now what you gonna do? You know, it's such a cool aspect.
Yeah. 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 I'll look up. Marvel did have a lot of announcements that coming up. D23. I just wanna Werewolf by Night. That's coming out Halloween.
So, I've never heard of that. I'm gonna read into that.
And that's I'm pretty sure. Where do I have it here? Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's in Moon Knight's first comic book. This ain't Moon Knight's first comic, but I'm pretty sure Moon Knight's first comic is Werewolf by Night, and it's with.
So I haven't seen official word yet if there's going to be a second season of Moon Knight, but if they're going to do this Werewolf by Night, and that's part of Moon Knight, I'd have to assume that.
Oh, there's been word that they've been already recording the second season.
Okay,
but they dropped the trailer for Secret Invasion. I don't know if you've seen that.
So
that looks
there's a rumor
beautiful.
that Wolverine is actually going to appear in that first.
The Secret Invasion, that gives me the vibes of Winter Soldier. Just the fighting and like remember Nick Fury gets tagged up in the fucking the SUV.
Oh,
yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes. I'm like, oh,
bulletproof is your bulletproof car, bro. That's a cannon. There's only so many bullets you can take.
Ironheart's coming out soon. Yep. I don't know how I feel about that. I just don't know much about Ironheart.
I don't know much about it either. I do know that the new Black Panther trailer brought tears.
Oh yeah, definitely. I told my
just because of Chadwick, which is sad, but like I'm a musically inclined person, right? So it's just like you give me a good trailer, good movie with the right music, and that No Woman No Cry mixed with Kendrick. And how they play that into the trailer, I was like, "Oh my god!"
And I told my boys I'm going to see it on my birthday, and my boys asked me what I want to do on my birthday. So I want to go see that, and I'm going with a box of tissues. I'm really gonna cry. All right, I'll tell you something. Growing up, I always wanted to start a clothing line, and I had that idea over a couple of years just to do it. My cousins would tell me, "Yo, well, I'll bring you a store. Let's get it done." Blah blah blah. And legit. What I was just being lazy. I never got it done. Then I heard Chadwick Boseman passed away, and I heard he passed away of cancer. No one knew he had cancer. And I'm sitting there the day he passed away, and I watched a lot of his movies. I only really knew him from Black Panther, but I loved him from Black Panther. And I went back and watched the movie 42, Jackie Robinson he did. That was a great movie. The 21 Bridges. I watched a couple other movies, and I'm like, and after watching, I'm like, yo, what is my excuse for not doing the shit I want to do? Like, this man got cancer and he's doing all this shit without telling anyone. But he really motivated me to do a lot of shit in my life. And for me, I'm gonna cry just because he passed away in real life, and I know they're gonna show his face in the movie. Like they're gonna tease him around like how they tease Iron Man.
They're gonna pay some kind of homage.
Yeah, but. I can't wait. There's already been rumors online that his suit is going to be shared throughout a couple people. They don't want to give one person like the role, so they might share it through his girlfriend, his sister.
In the comics, not that I'm a comic expert, but just like online, like his, there's definitely multiple storylines within itself,
Yeah. But yeah, he was a great actor. Rest in peace. But as much as he did for the community in Marvel with the Black Panther movie, like for a year after the movie, I also watched Wakanda Forever. And I can it's gonna be a couple months after the movie comes out where everyone's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
we're walking around. Hey, I was in 6th grade when the song "Ballin'" by Jim Jones came out, and everyone in 6th grade was "Ballin'" for the whole year. I named my cat after that song. My cat's name's Ballin' from that song, Jim Jones. But that, like that Wakanda movement, it reminded me as much as just walking around in school with kids I didn't even know. It's like Ballin'. Like it was that much impact. It was awesome. But what are you investing into? You investing in any crypto stocks?
As of right now, investing, I'm on a hiatus. Definitely did have crypto. I still have my VeVe that I bought through through getting to know you and whatnot. I'm on a hiatus of buying anything right now while I figure out this employment situations right now. But once I have that locked down, then I will go back to doing that slowly and steadily. So I'm just trying to find the happiness and peace in doing this with you.
I appreciate it. I mean, we've been communicating like we've known each other for 20 years. I really do appreciate this.
Next time
I was like nothing but good.
You definitely got to segue to because I know you got friends that watch anime. I feel like I can definitely give you like, hey, watch this, and it'll be like, I'll start off small, right? watch this anime for the week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then we do a call on that.
Yeah.
I feel like your mindset, like there's some animes out there that you're gonna be like, yo, like what?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I will. We'll definitely like set up like just a little separate anime podcast and do it like once a month or whatever. You give me a list of a couple of animes.
That's perfect.
After we shoot the shit, you get to know a little more about me. You probably know what I like more and what I wouldn't like. And you make me a list or whatever.
Like an action type guy.
Yeah.
Like a deep
I'm not gonna lie, the only really anime I watch, I don't even know if it's technically anime, but it's the Avatar Last Airbender. I love that. I love that.
I got my daughters into Avatar. No,
even the second one, the other show, the Korra Legend of Korra.
No, those are.
That was amazing.
I'm gonna give you ones that are gonna be like, it's one season where it finishes and stops it and start, whatnot, into like 26 episodes. And so like the first one I would give you, just for the nature of this podcast, watch Samurai Champloo, because it gets to the point quickly. On the first episode, every episode is action. There's humor in it, there's action in it. And the music is from a well-known Japanese DJ. He has since passed away, but he's a hip-hop Japanese DJ. So
that's dope.
So there's like three main characters, a girl and two guys. One of the guys is like a break-dancing samurai, where he's unorthodox. So he'll spin on his back, kick up and fight. And then you have the traditional with glasses samurai, and they clash, but they have to protect this girl. So it's an incredible storyline, and it happens fast.
I definitely will. Yeah, shoot me after this all, shoot me the thing. I got this little website I use. I mean, I probably shouldn't mention it, but I'll shoot you the link of this website. But I watch everything on this website. I have no
Crunchyroll.
It's
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything.
I pay for Crunchyroll, every month. So if you're on my logins, I got you.
But I only invest. I asked you like what you invested in into everything is because I don't know. VeVe's dope. Now, since I have over 50 subscribers, say I hit 50 subscribers on YouTube on my podcast, after I upload this and we share it around a couple times, I'll probably get some more. But I do plan on going live. I don't want to say every VeVe drop because I do sleep in on most of them. But VeVe drops I like. Marvel ones I think are going to be money, or even Disney ones or other ones, Star Wars ones. Tomorrow I might not go for it just because the VeVe whole community market's been down. I think people are going to be underselling that. Like it sells for 80 tomorrow, but there's over 15,000 of them in total. So I feel like in the future they're going to drop a Yoda or something else that's more wanted by some people, and that price for those vehicles will go down to probably like 40, 50. I'll probably cop a couple of them. But there's this let's see. I only asked you because VeVe is pointing towards like they want to be like a Ready Player One. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, bro. They got the DeLorean. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. DeLorean from Back to the Future. You can sit in it, do all that. But so right now on VeVe, you can make your own showrooms. Have you seen my showroom? I might have posted a couple of times. So right now they have this thing. Let me share my screen. So they have what's called the VeVe Rumble right now, and it's pretty cool. It's so if you type in the hashtag VeVe Rumble, a lot of people have been putting their they display the NFTs and the best ones get voted on, get some prizes. But basically, there's been a lot of community. I even tweeted out on here. I'm not even going to post my video on here because there's been some creative people on here. I can't even compete with half of these people. You look at that. I don't know if you can see. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. There's been so many of these videos, Thor versus Batman. But this is cool. Like I got a bunch of my homies, they got kids and stuff. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta get your kids into this app, like just to see what they like, and then in the future they could say that they're investing into something they like, not into stocks or crypto. Because
$1,000 a month investing.
I didn't go to college or anything, and right after high school, my high school didn't teach me nothing about finances or stocks, nothing about that. So I don't know, a lot of this is hard to research and keep up with, but like, I mean, something you like, something you can make videos like this to use on the go, is kids use Snapchat filters and all that stuff. I don't know if do you know Mr. Beast, the YouTuber? You know Mr. Beast, right? I mean, so he posted a video like a couple of weeks ago of him with a VeVe NFT, and it was a Jurassic Park NFT. It was of one of the biggest dinosaurs like walking through the land and stuff. But VeVe just introduced KYC, and it's know your customer, so there's no more bots going for all these drops. You have to put a picture of your ID, so now you could fully use everything to market all these drops, etc. and that. But they're about to introduce called KYB. It's called Know Your Business. And so businesses are even like Mr. Beast, his YouTube channel is a business. So these businesses can start buying these collectibles. And a lot of these businesses, if businesses hop in, they're going to start buying them by the bunch, you know what I'm saying? By the whole. Yeah. They're going to start wiping floors. Then that's why I tell people again, early now, you at least get a couple of each, what you like. Most of the comics, the commons, are under retail. They sell for $7, and most of the commons right now are like $2 to $5 you can get them. A lot of people are stacking them. But yeah, a lot of people, I see VeVe being the Amazon to NFTs in the future. Just like, imagine if like these are gonna be Fortnite skins one day. Like when Fortnite integrates fucking NFTs and shit. But yeah, I see like they just got the biggest IPs out there, and I'm like, I just try to tell and show as much people as I can. I wish VeVe had a referral program because I worry so much for them right now. Yeah. But have you looked at those Game of Thrones NFTs coming out?
I haven't yet.
So
that was my plan for this evening, to be honest.
It's right here. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
These NFTs are stored on the Wax blockchain. Wax is another wallet you can make besides this, and you can send them back and forth. But basically, they're gonna drop a pack of 5 cards for $10, or a pack of 15 cards for $30. And I'm pretty sure you only can buy up to $100 worth on the drop. But there's 31,000 packs of each, and usually they do sell out immediately, like within an hour. It's not like VeVe where you have to like click for the drop. You get what I'm saying? Watch the timer and click. It'll put you in a little wait room, and from there in that wait room, yeah, I just want to show you these. So basically, on these Game of Thrones happening, like I said, it's $10 for 5 cards or $30 for 15. But you buy them, you can open the pack or sell the unopened pack afterwards, and you can sell the cards afterwards too. But if you get a legendary, and these cards, they come in commons, like same rarity as VeVe. But if you get a legendary, they send you the physical Funko in real life. So
they're more valuable if you don't open them, right?
Yeah, exactly. But on these NFT Funkos, there's only 1,400 of each legendary. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's not like you can go buy them in stores. On the first drop, this is one that's it's Casey Jones. From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know if you can see right there. It says NFT release, and there's only 1,467 of these. Okay. In real life. But this goes for a couple $100 on eBay. I can sell it right now for probably like $300-400. But that's what I mean.
If I get an Arya one, I mean, as you know, my daughter's name is Arya. I got to keep that one.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. There might be an Arya legendary, and if you do get it, they'll send you the physical in the mail.
Send me the link for this after that call too.
Yeah, I definitely got to. But I mean, I don't want to keep you waiting. You probably got stuff, but I appreciate you coming on and everything.
I appreciate you, man. I look forward to doing this with you more often. If you want, others that I can bring on who are Marvel, or my god brother has a gamer YouTube channel. He's successful with on in gaming. Whatever I can do to help you. And
yeah,
on
I appreciate
the more
having
we have on the call, the better. It's gonna be incredible for you. I'm honored to be a part of this, man.
I got 2 quick questions before you dip. I'll let you go. Well, 3 real quick. You recommend any good books, or have you read any good books? And do you listen to any good podcasts?
I have not listened to any solid podcasts. My wife listens to the House of Dragons podcast, where I listened to the other day, which is really good. If I was to recommend any good books, I mean, any that I'm reading right now are like in the financial spaces, because I'm in finance and mortgages. I'm reading The Psychology of Money, because a lot of us will, we get money, we spend it. And as you said earlier, we weren't taught finance in school. It's something I've had chats with my parents about, that they wish they could go back and when I got a job and I had money, I spent it on fake jewelry because I thought it was cool, which is stupid. Knowing what I know now, could have been a multi-millionaire by now. You looking back, you see, these 13 and 14-year-olds who are learning how to like day trade and whatnot, in 300-400K a month, at that age. So any book that is like a beginner's level of money, of trading, of economy, I would recommend that. I don't know the names of them all, but like, Googling, beginner books, what I'm reading is just kind of remind myself.
Yep, I just started to ask because I'm just starting to get my foot out there. I'm not a big reader, but I'm trying to each day read a little by little.
I mean, Harry Potter was the last like series that I actually sat down and read in my bedroom. No TV, no technology. That was the last of it, and that's sad. That's sad to hear. But you got to find the books that are like easy, fun. I wouldn't say fun, but like easy reads that make it intriguing, especially to our generation. One of I was definitely Psychology of Money, and from there segue into other books, of the financial. I don't know if there's any books, on.
They got them.
Internet and digital financing through VeVe, stuff like that. Bitcoin. I'm sure.
I got a couple of little Bitcoin books. I just thought I'd ask the questions.
No, it's a solid question. The biggest thing is, if you find the books, are you going to discipline yourself to sit down?
Exactly.
Read them? That's the biggest thing.
Like I said, I've been trying to take like 20-30 minutes out of every day right when I wake up to read a little bit or something. But I want to find a nice, interesting book that I'll probably, I don't know, we got a lot of similar interests. That's why I thought of that.
We do.
One other thing, I appreciate you coming on. I mean, I've been all over the place. I had a lot of questions written down, but we just kind of got sucked in the Marvel loophole. One other thing, I know we're probably going to do this in the future. It doesn't have to be months from now, a year from now, but is there something you want to tell your future self? Maybe a goal you haven't accomplished yet? Maybe,
man, that's a good question, man.
Something you can look back and say, "Hey, I did it. I'm happy I did it."
Thank you for asking that. That's a solid question. I mean, if I had to, not that the viewers need to know everything about my personal life, but if there's anything that I could tell myself is it's something my dad told me. A month from now, things aren't going to be as bad as they're going to be. 2 months from now, 3 months, a year from now, if you have the mentality and self-discipline to wake up and not give up, and depression is definitely a big part of, I don't think just everybody's life. If you can find a reason to get up, and with how much information is out there today, find something that you love to do, hopefully you can turn it into something that makes you money. Just don't give up.
Yeah.
Whether I'm a father, I'm a husband.
I'm glad you just said that, because that's kind of majority of what my podcast I want it to be.
Yeah.
It's called Dove Vision, and I want to bring people on here to maybe they don't understand. Like me personally, I don't know what I want to do in life yet, or what makes me happy. This kind of makes me happy to talk to people, learn more. But if I get bring people on here and maybe pick their brain, or show them a different aspect of life, or maybe help them out, or make them realize what they want to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That'll help me in a little way.
Bringing me on, I mean, I appreciate you because bringing me on to this, and I know it took a couple of days to kind of set up, but through the chaos that's happened through my life over the past couple of weeks, it's definitely brought a sense of sanity and smile. I'm an extrovert, and it's brought a uplifting emotion. I didn't realize how much I needed this. So I thank you.
Yeah, and I thank you too, man. We didn't know each other. We never met, never seen each other face to face.
Me and Dan don't know each other.
For you to go out of your way and do this, it really does mean a lot.
Right.
And
we've never met physically.
You're a perfect example of how I want to meet people on this podcast and how I want it to go. Like I said, this has been awesome. I mean, I did have a bunch of questions here I wanted to ask, but I know your father, you got stuff.
Last time we're gonna talk.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
we got to pay homage and definitely put the plug, because though he couldn't be on it, I hope he watches it. I know he will. We're both glad he's safe in the hurricanes. But Neely Bryson, you are a part of what just happened right now.
Hell yeah. No lie. I was gonna wait until both of you on here, but I can't wait till I get both of you on here and then just just ask you guys the question: how weird is it that a white boy you guys don't even know brought you two together on Zoom?
It's not weird at all, because where we grew up. I mean, I'll give you an example. I mean, and he went to a more diverse high school.
I didn't mean to bring race in. I'm just saying, you guys. I'm a white boy. You guys don't even know. That's all I'm trying to say.
He don't care. But like where him and I grew up, and he went to the more diverse high school in town. I went my freshman year in high school, and I think I was one of 2,000, maybe 2,500 tops students in the school. I was one of 10 Black students my freshman year in high school. So we grew up in a town where it was, very, Caucasian, which was fine, because we were lucky enough to not have to deal with what's going on in our nation today as heavily as it's going on today. And I could have gone to, high school with Neely. I chose to go to the other high school, and his high school was definitely more diverse. My sisters went there.
It's crazy. I just look at everything as like law of attraction. It's supposed to happen, man. It is. I mean, in my eyes, my head, it's weird that I got Neely on as my first. I didn't even know him. I got you on as my second. I didn't even know
that me and Neely were.
I didn't know until I just asked you the other day. That's awesome. That really is.
You're a good man, and I
appreciate it. You are too, my guy.
I'm honored to be a part of your journey.
We'll definitely link up in the future, whether we do this again or in real life. We'll definitely one day have to link up.
Absolutely.
But
appreciate you.
I'll let you go. Before I let you go, let people know where they can follow you or support you in any way.
I mean, there's not much. I mean, there's not much where you can follow me or support me on. I'm here to support you. On social media.
They can give you a follow on Facebook or wherever.
Facebook, my Instagram, SirFoster88. Not that there's a bunch on there, a bunch other than family kind of stuff, but I'm here to be a part of your journey. Don't worry about me and myself.
Hey, and I'm here to support your journey too in any way I can. What you give, I try to give back. I really do appreciate you coming on, and it's been good talk today, my guy. Even though
I can't wait to
we kind of keep it all together in one category at a time, but we kind of just ramble. But it was nice getting to know you and nice talking. I will definitely be staying in touch, like I said. But
100%.
Let me end this real quick, then I'll let you go.
All right, buddy.